Hi, everybody. It's Rebecca Mendoza, and today I'm shining my community spotlight on Debbie DiCorrado with the Alzheimer's Association. Welcome, Debbie.
Thank you for inviting me.
I'm super excited to talk to you because we've gotten to know each other over the past year, and you are, in my mind, the ultimate community leader, especially in this space, and it's so important. So I'm super excited for you to share a little bit about you and how you became involved with the Alzheimer's Association.
That's a personal story. My mother, at about the age of 80, which is several years ago now, was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. She had already crossed, unfortunately, we were not paying attention. She had already kind of crossed just past early stage.
Mm.
And I was the person closest to her. I did have a brother who was several miles away down south, and I took it upon myself to look for information. Of course, I did a Google search, and the Google search led me directly to the Alzheimer's Association. I gave them a call. They were incredibly helpful, directed me immediately to a local Santa Clarita Valley support group for caregivers of people who are struggling with any kind of dementia. I loved it. I just went every month religiously. I found it incredibly supportive. There were people who were going through exactly the same thing I was going through. And after a while, quite a while actually, I decided that it was something that I would like to do, to be a support group leader. That was a matter of taking classes, becoming very familiar with the mantra of the Alzheimer's Association. And I have been doing that now for about 14 years. I also have taken on the responsibility of helping to plan our local walk to end Alzheimer's. And the other thing that I do bi-monthly is I lead a support group that helps people who have been recently diagnosed with any kind of dementia.
I love that, and I want to talk about the walk in a little bit because it's so important to the association and what you do on a yearly basis or what they do, which partly provides you
Yes.
as a resource for people. And can you tell me a little bit? You said so the support group. I know that you really work with the families a
Mhm.
lot, right? So can you give me a little bit of insight on like who are the people that you work with?
Sure. Usually they come to me through the Alzheimer's Association. Sometimes they come through me through all of the postings and Facebook groups that I add my information to, but normally it's through the Alzheimer's Association. They find me. And the first thing I do is invite them to our monthly support group. That is a place where anyone who is struggling with taking care of someone, it's for the caregivers, comes and sees that it's an incredibly difficult job, but that there is support and there is help. And I can't take away any kind of dementia. I can't make Alzheimer's go away, but I can help the caregiver to maneuver themselves through this journey. It can often be 7 to 10 years, and they need to get their life in order so that it doesn't take a huge toll on them.
Absolutely. And so what other services or support does the Alzheimer's Association provide for not just the families, but also the individuals that are affected by Alzheimer's and other dementias?
Sure. So the Alzheimer's Association is a nationwide organization. It is a nonprofit, and they have local offices that are staffed by people who have been trained to handle all the different kinds of questions and things that come through the helpline, etc. So one of the main things you can do is immediately get some information from our website, alz.org. You can also call our 24/7 helpline, which is 1-800. I always have to look it up because you would think I would remember it, but I don't.
We'll put it on the screen.
Yeah, it's 1-800-272-3900, and that's available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So that those are the first two steps. They will then direct you to what's available in your community. If there's nothing very close that you can travel to, there are numerous Zoom opportunities for caregiving support.
And as part of as I have worked more and more with seniors and their families in the real estate space, uh, one thing that I do come upon a lot when I'm helping the family, because the senior, one of the reasons that people do end up moving out of their home or need more care is because of Alzheimer's. And I hear stories almost on the daily because I'm out, talking about it, and my friends and family know that that's what I'm up to, and they know I have this people like you in my circle to support. Um, but what would you say to somebody who is, I know a lot of times they're resistant or they're reluctant. I don't know until I'm not going to say they're in denial about what's going on, but when they see those early signs, I think the earlier the better,
Yes.
right? So, what would you advise somebody in that situation where they're like, "Ooh, this is something that I think could be uh, something to deal with now."
So that has changed, interestingly enough, since I first got involved. The research and all of the new medications have changed how we approach when to get involved and when to get your loved one to a doctor.
Mm.
Some people think that forgetting your keys is a signal. It's not.
No,
It's
I'm forgetting my keys.
right all the time. It's not forgetting your keys, for
Yeah.
instance. It's forgetting how to drive.
Mm.
It's not putting something in the wrong place. It's forgetting what it's for. So the Ajax does not go into your food. That's an example of something that actually happened.
Right.
The driving also is very big deal. If you're in the car with that person and you realize something's changed, it's time to call your doctor immediately. Call their doctor, I should say, immediately. They will do the very first primary tests, which are very simple. And now, this is the good thing. If that person is in a very early stage of some kind of loss of cognitive skills, dementia, Alzheimer's, etc., there are medications that can plateau. Not everyone can plateau, but it's worth going early to find out if you can. You can get, we're hoping, at sometimes as much as 2 years of a plateau. So if you're in early stage and you plateau, you have time to get your will together. You have time to make that decision about where you're going to live and who's going to help you with all of your everyday activities. Do you want to travel? Did you never take that European trip? Do it now. So I always suggest the sooner the better.
Wow, see, that is exactly why I'm talking to you today, and that every day I see you, a few times a month at minimum, and we have conversations, but I didn't know that. That's something that I didn't know. And that is great information for people.
It is.
If you could catch it early, there's a possibility you could delay it or have it plateau, like you
Mm-hmm.
said. So
Absolutely.
let's talk about the walk because I
Okay.
know that every year that's very important, and it's something that you are just like you are the master of it. So tell us about the Alzheimer's walk.
Well, actually, we're planning the 14th Santa Clarita Valley Walk to End Alzheimer's right now. That will be in October, October 3rd. It's a Saturday in the morning. And this is the not only the 14th walk, it is the 14th walk I have been involved in planning. So from the very beginning, the very first walk, three of us planned it and we put it together and we had maybe 1 or 200 people. This walk in October will be probably between 500 and 600 people. We're hoping to raise close to $200,000 and it does take months to plan.
Mhm.
If anyone is interested in helping us to plan next year's event or get involved in this year's event, just let me know because we need all the people that we can get. It is an amazing event with, we have sponsors, we have tables of information. It is not just for seniors. A lot of people think that. No, we have a kids zone for children. We will be featuring a dog mascot contest so you can bring your dog. We'll have water and treats for them. We have some amazing sponsors that help us to make this an incredible event. We'll have music, we'll have cheerleaders. It's a really family friendly event and I encourage anyone, even if you're not familiar with the dementia diseases, to come out and enjoy the day. It's all free.
Well, and it's going to be at which park again? Bridgeport Park?
So it's October 3rd, which is a Saturday at Bridgeport Park, the one right next to Bridgeport Elementary. We begin the festivities at 8 a.m. You can come and sign up if you haven't done so. We would like you to sign up pre-register. That's what we prefer. If you didn't, you can sign up starting at 8 a.m. The festivities start at 9 a.m. and we will start the walk right around 10 a.m. It's only 2.3 miles. It's flat. You can run it if you want. You can bring your dog, your strollers. We don't like scooters or anything electric, but other than that, it's open to the public in any way they want to express themselves. We encourage businesses to sign up and wear their t-shirts. It's free advertising. Wear your company hat. Raise a little money, and you've got 500, 600 people out there watching you do that.
My brokerage is called my real estate brokerage equity union. We're talking to them about putting together a team,
Mhm.
and you could, because there's
Excellent.
different ways to participate, right? You could
Yeah.
you could sponsor a team.
Yes.
You could sponsor anybody. You could put together a team, like you said.
Mhm.
Everyone wears their shirts. It's kind of like your own marketing
Yeah.
team making this walk. You're in the public with hundreds of people. Um, and there's also the opportunity to not just sponsor individually, put a group together and do that as a
Mhm.
team, but then also you shared as a business. Is there
Yes.
still sponsorships available to have a
Yes.
table there, like
Yes.
exposition style?
We don't shut that down until almost the very end. We want sponsors coming in. Some people will come in and want a table. They want to pay the full price for the sponsorship. I do have a sponsorship packet. Anyone who is interested, just let me know via email and I'll forward that to them. It comes with all of the explanations of what the different levels of sponsorship are. We are also very, very good at customizing your sponsorship. So for instance, if you would like to sponsor our water package, you would like to sponsor our table that hands out snacks, etc. Maybe you have two or three or four companies that want to get together. They can't do a whole sponsorship on their own. We'll figure it out. We'll do something custom for you. We've had families come in and take over a table. You
Mm.
know, we had a family of 25 at one point that took over a table. They are supportive. They want this to be something they're very involved in every year. So don't hesitate to get involved with someone who represents the walk. That would be me, also Donna Cohen, a couple of other people, and let them know, how can I get involved?
And Santa Clarita is such an altruistic community and so wonderful. And this organization is a perfect way for people to participate in that. There is everybody, I will posit that almost everybody is touched in some way,
Yes,
by a family member
yes,
or a friend
yes. An
who.
employee.
Absolutely. And so we all want to get together and be a part of community, and being a part of this organization is there's so many ways to participate at very minimum, just to come out,
Yep.
walk, have a good time. It's almost always, I don't want to jinx it, but the day is almost always every time I've ever gone, it's been a beautiful day, great weather. And like you said, cheerleaders. My daughter goes out with Valencia High School. She's one of the cheerleaders that come. And the booths are great. At Sprouts was there
Yep.
last year.
Yep. They'll
And
be there again this year.
yep. And there was just, it was just wonderful to get out and meet our neighbors and our community members. And we're doing a good thing raising awareness. So thank you so
Absolutely.
much for heading that up every year, that you are the face of it for me.
Thank
Uh,
you. I am not the head of it.
I
I
know,
I am a lowly committee member, and I cherish that position, but I
girl.
do enjoy it. It's a wonderful event.
Yes, when I say you, for me, you're the face of it, because you are such a champion of
Thank
this
you.
walk and this association and this cause. And I want to share my appreciation of you and them with everybody that I know. So if somebody does want to get a hold of you, more information for the walk,
Mhm.
or for the association, or any opportunities to contribute, or any needs to get support and services, how
Mhm.
can they reach you?
So there's several ways to reach the Alzheimer's Association. Of course, I mentioned the alz.org and the 24/7 helpline. I would highly suggest that if you're struggling, if you have an early diagnosis or your loved one has an early diagnosis, and specifically if you'd like to get in touch with someone about getting involved with the Santa Clarita Valley Walk to End Alzheimer's as a volunteer, as a sponsor, anything like that, just to be there that day and help us out, you can contact us just by going online, Googling the Walk to End Alzheimer's Santa Clarita Valley. That's the easiest way. It will direct you to the email of our staff partner over at the Alzheimer's Association, Donna Cohen. She is in charge of putting the walk together and allowing the volunteers to do what we do best. So she's our staff partner. We do what we want.
Yeah,
But that's
she's
the
the
way.
one.
Yeah, she's the one who, but there has to be someone from the Alzheimer's Association kind of reining us in, because we might decide we want, something ridiculous that is not allowed. We
Okay.
don't serve, liquor or anything like that. So she's our guide, and we present everything to her and we get it approved. But the best way to get a hold of someone to talk about the walk, if you can't find me, and believe me, I'm all over the place online,
Yeah.
if you can't find me, is just to go into your Google and search for the Walk to End Alzheimer's in Santa Clarita Valley.
Awesome. And we'll put all that information down below this video. And again, thank you so much for being here today and being a part of everything that you are. You're a wonderful community member, and I appreciate you so much.
Thank you so much for inviting me. Any opportunity.
I know. Okay, we'll see you soon. We'll do this again.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye.